The King reads comments. Alrighty, guys and gals, what's happening, everybody? We are from the King's Room. I think the second one coming out today. I'm going to be catching up on comments today. And I do have an announcement before we get started. Probably disappointing for some of you. For some of you, it probably won't matter. It's actually a little disappointing for me. I have given up on Baldur's Gate 3. The game seems amazing to me. I can tell so much time and effort went into it. It's just not every game is for every type of player. And unfortunately, it's just not for me. That's a game I would play like off camera, I think. And it's probably really what I need to do because the learning curve on that game is real steep for me, and I'm struggling quite a bit. But there's things I'm just not quite getting, and just a whole list of things. But I don't want to, I don't want to go into too much detail. There's 2 episodes out. I did record episode 3 and 4. So in the 3rd episode, I realized that I was kind of forcing myself to, I like this. There are things I like about the game, but I was getting frustrated, 3rd episode. The 4th episode, which I actually recorded yesterday or day before yesterday, I almost rage quit. As a matter of fact, I stopped recording twice. I did a cut scene, but it wasn't like, okay, guys, I'm going to take a quick cut scene. I'll be right back. I just stopped recording. Took some breaths. And so this is when it kind of, I realized yeah, I'm forcing myself to have fun with this. And it just wasn't for me. So if I'm not actually enjoying or having fun with the game, the play style, whatever it is, it's going to come through in the videos. And the channel right now is just, I have so much coming out, so much going on, so much I want to do. I have to let something like that go. I am sorry. I know a lot of people, it won the poll by a ton. And so I know there were people who wanted to see it, but unfortunately it's just not for me. And I heard as much about this game. I feel like it's a game you either love or you hate. I just don't have the patience. I think there is a lot of dialogue in it. There's a ton. That didn't bother me that much because I can kind of get into a story. What I was struggling with the most is there was so much information. It's a little bit overwhelming, even coming from a D&D background. But I got to be honest, I could not stand the movement. There's like 3 things to control, and I was getting real frustrated with it. I got a bunch of great tips and tricks, and I was trying to cram that into my thick head, but it just didn't work out. And I ended up just getting frustrated. So frustrated, in fact, so that last episode, the 4th episode, that's not going to come out, I basically recorded about an hour and 15 minutes. Like, the episode was done, but I was so frustrated, I just hard killed it. I went immediately into my root folder and deleted it. That's how frustrated I was. Then I proceeded to go into Steam and uninstall it. So it was like a rage quit kind of thing. Now, I was also having a really bad day. I had a headache. I didn't sleep very well. That didn't help that particular day, but that is what it is. So we're going to be moving on. I did give it a try, but again, so don't take it personally if it's like your favorite game. It just wasn't for me. And I know what it's like to watch somebody play a game that you love and they suck at it. I mean, it's a little fun to see somebody figure something out, but I know that it's also frustrating. And I basically got some comments along those lines as well, right? Because you're not getting it. Like, the game, you've played it so much, you know the ins and outs of it. But watching a new player not pick up on things or struggle with the most basic things, it's like, come on, dude. So anyway, yeah, going to push that one to the wayside. Fresh servers coming out on the 21st. I'm excited about that. And I mean, all kinds of news. The pandas are 2025, right? I'm okay with that, I guess. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I'm assuming Blizzard is just going to keep doing this for every single expansion. You know, I don't. 6 years from now, right? It's going to be what's the latest expansion? Whatever it is, going to be classic. The hell's the name of it? I don't even know because I don't play retail, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like classic is the original game, The Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King. To me personally, that's classic. Cataclysm, this is retail, essentially. More towards that as far as changes in the game and all of this type of stuff. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying the trilogy, in my opinion. But Blizzard is a company owned by Microsoft now, and it's about the bottom line and making money. So they're going to keep doing this, and they got a lot of stuff going on. They really do. I honestly feel like it's too effing much, man. There's so many options in World of Warcraft. It's good for them. I mean, it is good for them because these are subscriptions. No matter where the subscription lands on whatever version of the game, it's that $15-16, right? But the community is like spread so thin now. It's just all over the place. So there's one thing I'm worried about with the new fresh servers is what's going to happen to the hardcore servers or the classic era servers. They're going to kind of, I mean, a lot of them are already dead. The classic era server I'm playing on, Bloodsail Buccaneers, not very many people at all. In fact, often when I check the auction house, there's nothing listed. So this will just get it even worse. Now, again, in my case, it doesn't really matter too much because I'm a solo player and I don't need a bunch of people jumping around in the world for me to get into it and have fun with the quests and NPC dialogue and tell inappropriate stories. But we are going to be rolling. I don't know. I was getting ready to say fresh servers don't happen that very often, but I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. Blizzard realizes the hook, right? So I think this is not going to be as rare as it has been with fresh servers. Anyway, let's get into comments because this, I don't exactly know how far I am behind, but let's move this up here. Also, I did another King's video or from the King's Room about a juice fast I'm going to be doing. I'm really excited, and I'm hoping I inspire somebody to do it with me. If you want to check that video out, I think it's just called Juice Fast or something. You can start it with me next week. Anyway, let's jump over here. There we are. We're all set. Yes, we are. Let's resize a few things here. I'll scroll down. All right, we're starting from 2 days ago. If you do not see your comment here, sometimes they get held. But if it's a comment that you left, I replied to it, and then you replied again, I probably won't see it here. But just so you know, comments get held for strange reasons on YouTube. Most likely it's because there's a link or there's too many emojis or something. It's weird. I've not figured it out, but that could be the case. This is Sloppy Joe's on Lich Daddy, the Goblin Priest. He says, I think the fight is all about hype and payday. I wonder what happened behind the scenes to get Tyson to box again. Probably all the money. So I think I was talking about this with Jake Paul. I actually don't want to see the fight. I got to be honest, man. Mike Tyson's like 55 years old. Jake Paul is like, 26? I'm hoping Tyson knocks him out because I grew up watching Mike Tyson. We're basically the same age. He's a little bit older than me. Late 80s, early 90s, the dude reigned terror in the ring. Just unbelievable. And I remember watching the guy. I have a feeling this is all about payday. I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, I don't know that Mike Tyson needs the money, but I know that the last fight he did, which he lost, he basically said as much in the ring, in the interview, that it was just a payday. He's like, I have no business being in here. He was out of shape and all this. I don't know. I don't want to see the fight. I really don't. I don't want to see a 26-year-old with stamina through the roof knock Mike Tyson down. I don't want to see it. What I'm really hoping, Mike is an animal. If Jake Paul gets caught, because Mike Tyson is deadly, whether he's 50 or 60, it could be the end quick. I don't know. But Sloppy Joe's, anything that happens these days, if there's a question like, I wonder why they're doing this, usually the answer is money in one way or another. And this is going to make a ton of money for everybody. Hope you're doing well, Sloppy Joe's. Glenn, how you doing, my man? At 22:30, did I hear right? DaVinci is free. Why is the Addy for it? What is the Addy? The Addy. What do you mean the Addy? I don't know what that means. It is free. DaVinci Resolve is free. Oh, so this is a members only video. I did kind of behind the scenes of what I do as a YouTuber. From the time that I finished recording a video. There are different stages. It was actually out on the channel as a public video for a while because I wasn't used to it. There's a certain way I have to release a video and I just wasn't thinking. So some of you might have gotten a view of that. But I go above and beyond for my members because they go above and beyond for me by choosing to support me with a couple of dollars a month. They have joined the channel as a member. So it's the least I can do to make things like that. Yes, DaVinci Resolve is one of the most powerful video editors out there, and it's free to use. And I show exactly how I use it in the video. You can pay for the full version for $300. I use a fraction of its potential in the free version. It is insane. I was talking about this in the video. Filmmakers use DaVinci Resolve for films that you'll see, streaming in the theater, whatever. If you look, a lot of them will use this. It's an unbelievable program. Thank you very much, Eric. Much appreciated. You're welcome, Glenn. I'm glad you got some enjoyment out of that, my friend. Hope it helps. Saved by Grace. I tried to give you 10 slot bags and 5 gold, but I guess you didn't want them. I didn't. When? I didn't see this, man. Yeah, I didn't see this at all. Like in game, you saw me? Oh, okay. Well, hold on now. So if you've whispered me, there's a chance I didn't see it because I generally keep chat closed. If you've watched my videos, and I know that you have, I generally have it closed. I know there's a sound, but I know for 100% fact I often do not hear the sound. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I do have tinnitus. I have ringing in both my ears. One of them, I have like 85% hearing loss. So I don't hear a lot of things in game. So if you've whispered me, if that's how you tried to give them to me, man, I'm so sorry. I did not see. I probably should just keep the damn window open so I can see when this is happening. But Tanya, if you tried, I'm so sorry if I didn't see you there. I really am. Shlau Shafe, how are you? He's been pubbed to me for 1 week. How are you, my friend? He says, how long ago? These recordings might be several days old. Yeah, so I am a little bit ahead. As a matter of fact, today is the 15th. I have videos recorded up to the 19th. So I'm like 4 days ahead in this. So in other words, when a video comes out, it was actually recorded 4 or 5 days ago. But yeah, I'm so sorry about that. This happens a lot, unfortunately. Glenn said at 2:55, leave those two poor young boys hiding from their parents. You grouched me. What is this? Am I giving NPCs crap? Probably. I am. What are you guys up to down there, Adam and Billy? I have a lot of fun with NPCs in the game. David Nelson, what is going on, brother? This is on the members only video. A meeting in the secret cave, number 11. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing this. I was always curious. There you go. This was actually Touch Me Nancy's idea. He wanted a little behind the scenes, and I hope I did it some justice. There's a lot to it, a lot more, I think, than people realize. It's not just recording a video and then uploading it to YouTube. I mean, you can do that 100%, but there's a lot involved. It can be. David says, my priest died not long after sending you those bags. Glad I got them to you before the end. Yes, so this is coming up. Well, I've also coming up in some videos. I've got a couple other people who have sent me some things, and I do open the mail and all of that. Dude, I'm sorry to hear about your priest, man. That is quite sad. Yes, it is. Shlu. How do you say this? Shlu? I'm going to call you Shafe. Is Shafe cool? I'm going to call you Shafe. I have a character around level 15 that should be in the Dead Mines range soon. How far behind you are on these uploads? So again, I'm about 4 videos ahead, which could be a level or 2. I doubt 2 levels. I'm not quite Dead Mines level yet, but I think I'm getting close. Yeah. And what I'll do, here's what I'm planning to do. So you guys don't have to like try to track me down in the game. When I'm ready for the Dead Mines, or when I feel like I'm, I can get in there, I'll just do a video like this. And I'll basically say, if anybody's interested, I'm going to be on at this particular time. And I can, try to swing that a little bit in case people are in different time zones or well, if you're a different country, you're using a whole nother subscription, I think, to play. But I will make like an announcement before we get in there. It'll make it a little bit easier. Jamie says, sorry about the things you shared in this video. The things in your childhood or how it sticks with you over the years. Love you, Eric. No telling what I was talking about in this. Probably, I think I do know what I was talking about my stepfather and some of the beatings I used to get there. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. Hey, hello there. This is Goodfellow. Time to wait for fresh next week. Absolutely, man. It's not too long. Looks like a new person here. Goodfellow, thank you for commenting and watching. If you decide to stick around, welcome to the Misty Mountain Gaming family, brother. Appreciate you. Sure do. AFK says at 2840, oh my God, the voice on that AI. You crack me up every time with this. Let's check it out. I appreciate timestamps. I really do. There's a lot of times tonight. I don't know what's going on.
A little something for you for the hard work.
Okay.
You didn't think I was going to let an adventurer like you go hungry, did you?
I did not. Are we going upstairs or? Okay. Just. Okay, everybody just calm down. Yeah, man, the voiceover add-on, it actually helps my Let's Plays because I could have some fun there. Here he is right here, the absolute legend, man. This guy's been around for a while. Look at this. Is everybody looking? 18 months, a year and a half here. He's been a member of my channel. Absolutely love this. I've always wondered as to what editing entails. Thank you very much, Drew. I am the least I can do, man. The least I can do. One of these days, I'll have my members in a big room with no way out, and it'll just be cuddling forced. That's right. RTO 1992. Man, this is the most masochistic thing I can imagine. The Naked Warrior. Yeah, well, my brother, if you happen to see this, the Iron Man is harder. The Iron Man is harder than this one. Simply because even though we're not allowed to have gear on the Naked Warrior, I can have green weapons, shield. I can have all my talents. I can use health pots, armor pots, buffs, all of that stuff. The Iron Man, I can't have any gear above white quality. No health pots, no armor pots, no buffs, nothing. And I've got an Iron Man on the channel, brother, if you happen to see this. So what I'm going to do, so these new names may not actually see this, and I do like to respond to everybody. Like my regular viewers here, they typically know that if I'm just leaving a heart, usually it means I'm answering questions like this. Check out our Iron Man. Thanks for watching, my friend. Let's see if I can spell how we spell it. What am I doing? Thanks for watching, and we'll give a little heart here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a rough one. Big Jambu, how you doing, my friend? Love this thumbnail. Oh, buddy, shamans can't even use swords. Oh, this is going back a little bit. Yeah, so Jambu, I'm a terrible player. I don't know. I think I kind of remember this. I think I had been talking about like I need to get a sword and blah blah blah, or I had bought something or was saving up, and turns out they can't. So yeah, John Boo, if you're watching some of my Let's Plays, especially if it's on a character other than Hunter, I often screw up completely and don't know what the hell I'm doing or talking about. Thanks for watching. Dragon Castle Productions, how you doing, brother? He says, the gym is always a weird place for talking, in my experience. I guess I was talking about something in the gym here. It can be 100%. It depends. If you got like friends in there or something. I typically like to go in and do my workout and then leave. I don't like to BS around too much, but yeah, it can be an odd place for sure. Cynic says, I think it'd be crazy not to use ice armor, and the challenge can save you if a mob you aren't casting frostbolt on attacks you, slowing them, allowing you to potentially escape. Yeah, you're probably right there. I was comparing it to frost armor, I think, and frost armor just seemed better. I always end up sizing things up. But the problem I have with this is I tend to look at things one way. I tend not to think about like every possible thing that could potentially happen. So we need to get that on the bar. I'll look at it again there. Thanks, Cynics. I'm even thinking about rolling a mage for fresh vanilla for something different. I usually go warrior every time. Only thing with caster is gear. It's so much less interesting in my opinion. Nothing beats the experiences and excitement, or the epicness and excitement of weapon upgrades on a melee class. I do agree here, man. The gear is so much more exciting. You also have so many more options, especially as a plate wearer. You can get a mail piece like, okay, well, this doesn't have as much armor, but look at all this other shit, right? As a caster, it's just cloth. That's it. Yeah, I do agree there, man. Also, it's just more epic to play melee and classic for sure. Jamie says, great upscaling, definitely so worth it. Makes the videos look so much better, especially in a game like WoW, where there's a lot of text. Yeah, I was talking about how to upscale videos from 1080p to a minimum of 2K, and that helps in many different ways, but it also allows you to get a better codec from YouTube. YouTube will assign a video that you upload a codec, and they have two different ones. One is crap, the other one is good. And if you're uploading in at least 2K, they will automatically assign you a codec called VP09. If you're uploading at 1080p or less, you get AV01, I think, which is a terrible codec. Phil, how's it going? Not knowing that you're going no gear kind of explains her turning away from naked. Since I don't play that much anymore, I enjoy watching you for the good old time's sake. Keep it up. You're funny. Thank you so much, Phil. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I think this video at the beginning, there was a priest, and I was trying to bait her into buffing me. And she just turned around. She just turned her back to me. I don't honestly think she knew I was there. I don't think, but 2345. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Let's see what this says. We're over top of the dead mines. Or it could be in the house. Maybe it's in the house. I don't know. Jon Snow. That's from Game of Thrones, right? I think I remember that name. Yeah, I think I was the last person on Earth to watch it. Game of Thrones. I liked Game of Thrones, but I got to be honest, I didn't think it was the most amazing thing I ever saw. The only reason that is because once it like blew up and got super popular, I felt like they were writing in things that they thought people would react to, like kind of these over-the-top sex scenes that didn't add anything, or little things like that I pick up on. And again, as I've said, I'm a hypercritical person. To me, you lose a lot when you start trying to placate an audience or do what you think an audience will like. If you've got a good story, just tell the damn story, and don't try to please everybody or try to check boxes. Just tell the story, keep it real. I think it makes the whole thing better overall, but I did like it. David Nelson, 1140. If you don't have an interrupt, I use the blacksmith house to LOS the caster and get them in melee range. Helps to get a few hits off before they fireball you. Absolutely. So the what's the area called? Um, I can't think of the name. It's where the casters are, and I can't think of the name of them either. It's where the Dead Mines is. Yeah, using those houses helps a ton. You can, especially if you're ranged, you can get a couple of shots off, even while that mob is winding up the pillagers, while they're winding up their fireball. You duck behind. They can't cast and they have to run towards you. You can poke your head out. You can bait them like that. You can poke your head out again and they might stop and start casting, and you can keep doing that. It's a great, great tip. Thank you, David. 100%. 22-minute mark. Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. That is a great quote from Mike Tyson. Oh, is he the one who actually said this? Yeah, I think I do remember this. I was talking about some football player I saw. I guess he ripped it off from Mike. But yeah, I mean, it's a little violent, but I understand there's a point he's trying to make here about people who just leave. They're just on the internet all day, doom scrolling, leaving the shittiest comments, hurtful comments, hateful comments, and just moving on to the next thing with no repercussions. Something you would not say to somebody in real life. I feel like most people wouldn't do it. But for some reason, behind your keyboard or your phone, it's just people have kind of lost that. And you say the wrong thing to the wrong person. I mean, I guess best case scenario, you get into an argument, but there are people out there who will just flat out punch you in the fucking face. And then maybe later on, you're like, wow, yeah, I guess what I said was really bad and inappropriate. But there's none of that. There's none of that with social media. You can just say whatever you want, and it's kind of a terrible thing. I mean, you can say whatever you want. That's not a terrible thing. That's freedom of speech. But obviously, if you're leaving a comment to purposely hurt somebody's feelings or be a dick, that's all on you, right? That has nothing to do with freedom of speech. Let's not get all political. 3640, Seas of Discovery has the runes. Okay. I'm playing the crap out of it right now as I'm watching this video. Horde on Crusader Strike server. Pretty cool. Yeah, I thought Season of Discovery, it was like it was a good idea. It's something different, and I like that Blizzard was doing different things. Season of Mastery, Season of Discovery. It just wasn't for me, simply because I felt like my character was just ridiculously overpowered. I've always said this in my Let's Plays. I don't like it. It doesn't have to be just World of Warcraft. Any game I'm playing, if I'm too overpowered and nothing feels like that big of a challenge, like with a full set of heirloom gear or something, I'm just not into it. But I did not play Endgame of Season of Discovery, so I can only speak from a solo questing player, right? Anyway, Jason Fletcher. I'm enjoying watching this so much. I'm following along, doing the same thing, something different and fun. Good luck on 60, man. Jason, that is awesome, man. Seriously. Let me know how you do. Let me know how far you get. That is awesome. I love when somebody, maybe gets a little inspiration, or they've never seen like they don't know what the Iron Man challenge is, or they've never played the game a little bit differently. This is awesome. This is why I'm doing the Naked Warriors, because I watched a clip of this guy get to level 60. And I was like, you know what? That's fucking cool as hell. Let me give this a shot. Jason Fletcher, thank you for watching. If you choose to stick around, welcome to the Misty Mountain Gaming family, my friend. Dustin Dixon, love you, brother. At 506, Peace Root, living in the 70s still. For sure, dude. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Did I call it Peace Root? I probably did. Peace Root. I don't have any Earth Root either. Yeah. I swear I have some kind of dyslexia going on with me. I often say I mix up words a lot. It's because my mind is usually going, it's out ahead, or I'm talking out ahead of where my mind is, or vice versa, and I tend to mix words up, say the wrong thing. Good catch. At 10-minute, 10 seconds mark, the stud has entered the church. Let's see what this is. Sarnos. Brother Sarnos? There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Nothing? I think you're a dwarf. That NPC right there is based on a person who died in real life. I've talked about that before. And I've talked about this before too, but there's a series on the channel called Honoring the Dead, where I go around Azeroth, Outland, and Northrend to every in-game memorial NPC or place. And I found information on them, and I talk about who the person was, if it's available, how they died, if they worked for Blizzard. In most cases, it's somebody who's worked for Blizzard, but not always. It could be, in one case, it was the father of a dev. Sometimes it's a friend. But that Brother Sarnos is a reference to somebody who died. Awesome Old Disney, 1340. Let's see what this is. I think it's Bambi and Thumper down here. Right there. That's it.
Yeah.
That's from like the 30s or 40s, I do believe, man. Disney goes back a long, long way. These AI voiceovers are hilarious. They are. I do enjoy them. The only time they start to get a little annoying is if I queue up too many of them. They're like talking for 10 minutes, and it's a little bit much. I don't know.
There you go, me friend.
Yeah. Did he say something?
Okay.
Timestamp a little off. But yeah, they all have dialogue that they do there. Dustin says, question. Did you see any of the original Star Wars films in the theaters between 77 and 83 at their released? I would have loved to. Also, did you see any of the original Indiana Jones, 81 to 89? I would have hung out with you back then and dragged you to the theater to indulge my passion. Dustin, I saw Star Wars in 77. I thought it was actually 78. Was it 77? I saw it in a movie theater at a place called, I was in Beachmont. It was the Beachmont Theaters, I think it was called. They're not there anymore. It's in a place called Denby, Virginia. And my Uncle Kerry, I say my good uncle, my mother's brother, took me to see it. So he would have been, it's 77. I would have been 7. If it was after August, I would have been 8 years old. He took me and my brother, who was a year and a half younger, to see Star Wars in the theater on opening day. And I will never, ever forget it. It's to be that young at that age. This movie was so far ahead with the effects and everything. It was incredible. I also saw... Did I see all of them in the theater? I think that I did. Movie theaters were the thing. I mean, there was no streaming. There was no internet, right? Blockbuster wasn't a thing yet. This is where you saw the movies. That's what happened. But yeah, I did see it on opening day. I will never, ever forget it. Indiana Jones, I saw in the theater. Now, so once you start getting around 86, 87, I would have been 16, 17 years old. I stopped liking them going into the movie theaters because there always seemed to be people or somebody who wanted to run their mouth the whole time. And I'd actually gotten arguments and, in one case, a fight in a movie theater because somebody would not shut the hell up. That's something that drives me crazy. Like, they're just behind you. You say, oh, my God. Oh, did you see that? Oh, my God. Like, we're watching the fucking movie. You know what I mean? It drives me nuts. I'm trying to think of the last movie that I saw. There's no way. I did see, this was in the early 90s, I think. Ethan Hawke did a movie called, I think it's called Alive. It's based on an actual event where it was a soccer team, I believe. What were the nationality? I can't remember. I don't think it was Brazil. They crashed in the Andes, and a lot of people survived. A lot of people died, but a lot of people survived, and they had to resort to cannibalism to survive. It's an incredible movie with Ethan Hawke. That's might be the last movie I saw in a theater. Not true. Not true. When I was in St. Louis, Missouri in 1995, I was 25 years old. I was there training for work. And I saw I walked out on one movie. It's a movie called Congo. Dude, I didn't even make it a quarter of the way through the movie. It's terrible. I just walked out of the theater. But there was another movie that was out, Clint Eastwood. It was one of his, I think it had Meryl Streep in it too. It's like a romantic type of movie. And when I went in, it was just like all old people in there. It was cool. Probably the last movie I ever saw. But yeah. And I used to go to the drive-in. Drive-ins were huge. One of the first movies I ever saw at the drive-in, if not the first that I remember, was a movie called Wizards. It's an animated movie. I think I was with my mom and my stepfather. It was definitely my mom. I think they were on a date. So this is like my dad was out of the picture pretty early. So pretty sure it was my stepfather. Me and my brother were in the front seat and they were in the back seat. So, but I remember seeing that movie and I've since watched it as an adult. It is fucking weird, man. It's got this Nazi theme to it. The Nazis are bad guys, but it's this fantasy animated movie. But I remember watching that, like one of the first drive-in movie theaters. I don't think they have those anymore, but anyway, off on a big tangent there. A great question, Dustin. 3120. They've been in the fourth grade for 20 years. Sad little people. Let's see what this is. Nah, they look too small for fifth grade. I don't know. Having fun with the boys there fishing. Yeah, they've been in the game for 20 years. Good point there. Hope you're doing well, Dustin. Love you, brother. The Pursuer. This guy changed his name back. He did change this temporarily. I'm a little bit sad. It was Big Daddy Freak Sauce. Dude, if I got to change my handle and went on commenting on other channels, I had to fix it. Yeah, it's pretty inappropriate. He did change it based on a comment or something I said. Dude, love you so much. It made me quite happy to see you did that. I understand why you can't keep it. At the 51-minute mark, yeah, I listen a lot. So you're right. I like the longer episodes more. So I'm talking about that. I realize a lot of people probably have me on while they're working or even playing or something, and they're not necessarily watching. So that's probably what that's a reference to. And I do realize that. So he's saying the longer episodes, because I try not to go over an hour. But if you're just listening, it's probably better. Maybe it makes the day go by quicker or something like that. Some good memories talking about the Flintstones and SpongeBob. We had some great shows back in the day. Yes, we did, Luke. This is a man of my age range, perhaps. And look at this. He's using the emojis here. My members have access to special special what? Special emojis. Love you, Luke. Thank you so much for being a channel member. I do appreciate it. I love when people use the emojis. Pretty sure most of these, if not all, were created by Touch Me Nancy or Duck Lord. Glenn, I can't promise I won't refer to you as Bubba Gump. No, not at all. No idea what I'm talking about here. Who knows? At the 18-minute mark, if you want to get off a call and not let the person know you hung up on them while in a car, switch to airplane mode, and it will drop the call. That is good to know, man. So evil, but I used to use it when I had any annoying coworkers who feel the urge to call my personal phone while I'm off the clock for stuff. This used to happen to me so much. Well, what would happen as an IT guy once a person gets a hold of your desk number? Like they're supposed to call a help desk, and I was a second level support technician. So the way it works, they have a problem at work. They call the help desk. If the help desk can't fix it, they log a ticket. It goes to a desktop technician. That's what we called it, second level support. We look at the ticket. If it's something I can fix remotely, I would call them, but usually I'd have to go to their desk to be hands-on. If they ever get a hold of your phone number, they're going to be called. They're not going to call help desk anymore because not that help desks don't know what they're doing. I mean, sometimes that's the case. But they have to work with time limits and things like that. And usually second level, I mean, we have like a 99% resolution rate. So if they know it's going to be fixed and you got a hot dude like me coming out, they used to call my desk. I'm not even joking, though. I used to be a pretty good looking dude. And a lot of the IT places I worked with, every once in a while, somebody, like when we had our IT meetings or whatever, one of the people from the help desk would say, you know, sometimes I get like a woman and they're requesting a technician. They can't remember your name. There's like the really good looking dude. Did it go to my head? Yeah. Yeah, it went to my head. It's quite flattering. I don't think I would get that these days. They'd be like, I don't know, it's that old guy. He looks like he's homeless. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know. We know who you're talking about. Pursuer says, love the story, Z. Thank you. This must have been a heavily story-based episode here. Luke says, I'm loving your commentary, man. I watch a ton of YouTube, but not many videos actually get me laughing out loud. Your channel is one of the very few. Can't wait to see you play through this. I'm so sorry that I announced that I'm not playing this anymore, but this makes me quite happy because I am trying to provide entertainment. I have a lot of fun doing this, but if somebody else is getting a laugh at any point, I feel like I've succeeded and I'm happy. Laughter is contagious. And if other people are getting some enjoyment besides just listening to something or somebody go through a dungeon and, you know, not really get too involved in it, I much prefer this too. And there are very few YouTubers that do this as well. A lot of it, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying I sometimes like, you know, I don't know. I want to be, I want to hear something funny or if somebody has a good sense of humor and they're quick, it makes me smile. So I totally understand what you're saying. And I really appreciate that. Phil, he has been publicly subscribed for 1 day. He's a brand new subscriber. Phil, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe. Welcome to the Misty Mountain Gaming family. He says, I really enjoy your stories. Greeting from Germany. Thank you. Phil, you get a personal response. Thank you, Phil. Is it Phil? Yes. But it's only one Z. One Z? One L. Greetings from the U.S. And welcome to the MMG family. Brother, I really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. I really appreciate that. Luke, the commentary is killing me. Keep being yourself, Big E. Oh, man, do I need to play this game still? I already uninstalled it. And lost my save. What do you guys think, man? Do I go on with this? I didn't know people were... I got to be honest. I thought people were more frustrated with me than happy with me, struggling so much. Let me know in the comments on this video if you guys can handle me sucking ass and getting frustrated and not being able to do the most basic things. I will consider. We didn't get this very far in the game, right? I will consider going forward. I don't have those other episodes. I already deleted them, but I'm willing to redo this, honestly. If people are enjoying it, that's really all that matters to me. And if I know people are enjoying it and they don't mind me on the struggle bus, it makes me feel a little bit less guilty. Because I got to be honest, that was a little bit of it, was thinking that people were like, oh, man, this guy, right? Like, I didn't want that. Let me know, guys, if I should continue there. Monty, how's it going, brother? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. He's been pubbed to me for a year. This is on the hot fishing action episode. I always like your stories. I don't get out, so I live vicariously through them. Monty, thank you so much. Comments like this make me quite happy. They really do. Oh, and we're caught up to 33 minutes ago here. So this is on the Juice Fast Begins. I just put up. Shirley, what's happening, brother? Happy to see you doing a Juice Fast. I love doing Juice Fast. I cannot wait to see your videos on it. The longest I did was about a month. That's about as far as I went as well, brother. The only time I use spinach, and I got kidney stones. Oh, that's interesting. Spinach leaves, I mean, they're obviously juiceable, but I don't think they have a high juiceable content. I don't know, but I'll probably end up getting some. I mostly just do a bundle of kale, 2 green apples, 2 cucumbers, 3 stalks of celery. Yeah, man. Absolutely. This is mainly, the cucumbers are great too, because they're so full of the liquid. Some of this stuff is really hard to juice. I mean, a blender is one thing, but what a juicer does is it separates the pulp from the other content, which is the drinkable stuff. I would only drink it once a day though, and that's all I do. I'm so excited to watch your journey through this. You got this. We're here to support you. Shirley, thank you, man. Seriously, appreciate it. I'm excited about this too. So if you've not seen this video and you're just like, what the hell are we talking about? Just check out this video here. I'm going to be starting next week. I think on the 20th, if the part for my juicer comes, I'm going to be starting that same day. I don't think I could survive off of one glass, though. You are an absolute beast, brother. If you're doing one glass a day, I'm going to have to do probably 2 or 3 big glasses a day. But that is awesome. I'm glad to see somebody else has done this. It's one of the healthiest things you can do for your body. It is not bad for you. I don't care what video, it's pure nutrition. And the fact that it's micronutrient in liquid form, your body gets benefit from it immediately. You start absorbing it immediately. It's incredible. John, how's it going, Midventures? He says, Merry Juice Fast. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. He is a member of my channel recently. I really appreciate it. 2 months now. Shirley says, making a whole new comment because I want you to read this one too. This is the dude. He knows what's up. He knows if I reply and he replies again, I may not see it. So he's left a new comment here. I think I might want to join you on this juice fast. I've been doing a 72-hour fast 3 times a week for 2 months. That's great, man. I'm down to 47 pounds, kilos. It's got to be kilos, right? Alexa, 47 kilos is how many pounds?
47 kilograms is about 104 pounds.
It's about 104 pounds. I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm ready to do it with you, my man. This is exciting for me. I'm glad somebody's going to do this. I got to bust out my Omega Dual Auger juicer. Holy crap, that sounds pretty damn fancy. That movie really got me into juicing as well. This is so cool to hear. So I mentioned a documentary. It's got a terrible title. It's called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, but it really does pinpoint what the guy who did the documentary was going through. I highly recommend watching it. It's what inspired me to do my first juice fast back in like 2011, I think it was. And I did it for nearly a month, and it was the best thing I'd ever done for my body. It's incredible to watch. Not sure you've ever heard of Jason Fung, but he wrote a book called The Obesity Code. It's a really good read if you haven't read it. My wife did. OMAD, 1 meal a day for a year and a half, and she's down 85 pounds. I love this. I get excited about nutrition. So I eat primarily keto, a keto style, a mix of keto paleo. But this was it last year now? It was last year when I was doing hardcore keto. I would eat twice a day, 4 hours apart. So I would eat at, say, noon, and I would eat again at 4, and then I would fast for the other 20 hours. But those 2 meals were high protein, high fat, very, very little carbs, 15 to 20 carbs, no sugar. And that's all I would do. And I lost a ton of weight and felt great. But yeah, you are what you eat, 100%. And if you change the way that you eat and you change your lifestyle, you can be whatever weight you want to be, and you don't even have to work out. That's how it is. Shirley's I'm glad you're excited here, man. You actually make me more excited about doing this. I can't actually wait for next week. Now, I know it's going to be rough because juice fasting is rough. If you've never done it before, or you're used to eating crap all the time, your body is going to detox, and you're going to feel like you have the flu and other things. But you'll get through it. You're going to break through to the other side within a week, and then it's amazing. Mr. B. Davis, go on, brother. I'm rooting for you. I have been on my own weight loss exodus and lost 50 pounds since August. We can walk this walk together, E. You can do this. We are right beside you on this one. This is incredible. 50 pounds since August, man. Dude, I am really, really proud of you. Well, I just know you as B. Davis. This could be Betty Davis. I don't know. I'm so proud of you. Seriously. That is amazing. I love hearing like inspirational stuff like this. To me, it's inspirational. Anything about nutrition or the gym, I get geeked out about it. So Jemmy on the channel has lost like 40 pounds. He's been eating like a keto type of way as well. And he said he's not even that hardcore. He just changed the majority of what he eats and he's lost weight. That's what happens. And I got to be honest, a lot of it is simply cutting sugar out of your diet. It's actually most of it. Because if you stop eating sugar for just 24 hours, your body is going to start burning body fat. That's the way the body is designed to work. This goes back in evolution. If you're somebody who eats sugar all the time, a lot of sugar, your body doesn't know what to do with it. It stores sugar as fat. But because the body is designed to burn sugar first, if you're constantly putting sugar into your body, it's just always burning sugar. It never touches your fat reserves. And you just keep adding fat. This is why people who go to the gym all the time but don't change their diet, they're not going to lose weight and they get frustrated. It's because of your diet. Umber Blade, I appreciate you letting us know. Try again. I appreciate you letting us know so much about what's going on in your life, and I wish you the best. I could, in theory, do the juice fast too, but I got really bad weight issues, and I've just been diagnosed with fatty liver. That is unfortunate, man. That's horrible. Doc said I'm also at risk for pancreatic cancer or a pancreatic attack if I don't change my lifestyle. Heavily addicted to soda and coffee. My doctor recommended thinking about getting a gastric bypass, and I'm very much considering it. To be honest, I don't think I could do a fast like my drinks too much. Hope it goes well. Umbra, dude, help yourself. Listen to me, man. Please watch the documentary Fast, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Do it. Do it. There's a primary guy on there, but there's a truck driver. This dude must be 400 or 500 pounds. Horrible health. He gets rid of the medication he's on. He heals his body with food. Do me a favor, brother. I love you. Watch the documentary. Do yourself a favor. Try to do this. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. It's doable, man. This makes me sad, brother. I want to help you out here. Try it with us. You can do it. I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. Metroid Man, holy shit, I haven't seen you in a while, dude. He says, hi, Biggie. It's been a while. Yes, it has. Sorry I haven't kept up with you. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to have to binge your Iron Man videos soon. Glad to hear you're fasting. I've done several attempts at them too, and it is tough. It is tough. It's really difficult to do. I hope you can do better than me. You feel amazing. You'll feel amazing. I know I do when I stick with it for a period of time, which makes me wonder why I always go back to junk food and overeat. It's because the food is chemically engineered to keep you addicted to it. And this is one of the things that pisses me off and I try to pull myself out of that. Like, I don't want a food company to have control over my body and how my brain functions. And that's exactly what the food industry is. And a lot of the food, I've talked about this before, one of the big tobacco giants I think it was in the early 80s, went from killing people and addicting them with nicotine, with cigarettes, got into the food industry and did the same thing. He chemically engineered food to keep you eating it with sugar and shit in it. And so when I think about that, this is why I view junk food as so horrible. I don't want to be... This guy doesn't have control of me, right? It's an extreme way to look at it, but I think it's a good way to look at it. I'm not going to be controlled by soda or any other bullshit. I'm going to do the best that I can and eat healthy, but I know that it's hard. And I said this before, apparently it's harder to stop eating sugar than it is to quit cocaine. Think about that for a second. It's easier to quit some hard drugs than it is to stop eating sugar. That's how chemically engineered it is, man. He says, I'll have to start with you on the 1st of December, and I'll keep up with you and keep in touch. Please do. Please, I'm going to be making this like a daily vlog I'm going to be doing about how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. Comment on the video because I am interested to know how you guys are doing too. And I think if we do this together, we can support each other, right? I think we can do it. Makes me quite happy. I gotta say, it really does. I'm trying not to get like emotional, but that's just how I am. Okay, let me switch back to the King's Room here. That goes to 100%. Am I uploading anything right now? No. Okay, we can close that. All right. It's good to get caught up on comments. I thought it was a little bit further behind than that. Thank you guys for your support. Let me know about Baldur's Gate, because now I feel guilty. Like I said, I was frustrated with the game, especially the last episode. Oh my God, I was so frustrated. But I got to be honest, in the back of my mind, I was like, this must be horrible to watch, because I know what that feels like. I mean, I was trying to keep light and have fun, but I was just getting more and more frustrated, and it ended up kind of showing through at the end of the video. I'm just like, what the, right? I'm getting my ass whipped as we're fighting. It was pretty overwhelming. Tell me, should I play the campaign that's more story influenced? Is that like an easier way into it instead of the balanced one? Because I did like the game, and I liked the idea of RPing my character, Jack Justice. If enough people want me to do this, I will reinstall the game. I'll roll a new paladin. Or if there's another class that you think I would be okay with, like, what's the easiest thing to do? That's what I need. I need the easiest class to play. But here's the other thing about this game. You've got like the 3 or 4 other people. They all have separate and different abilities, and you need to know how to use those abilities too. But I'm open on this. I was resolute and had made up my mind, but if people are genuinely enjoying it, and I think we had 200 or 300 people, or like views anyway. It doesn't mean people are watching till the end, but if enough people are interested, I'll roll again. I will. But anyway, how are we doing? We're coming up on an hour here. Thank you to everybody who's watching and commenting. It means a lot to me. A big thank you for people who are choosing to subscribe to the channel. It's free to do, and it really helps me out. I am trying to be a YouTuber, and I want to get there. We're still super small, and it helps if somebody hits subscribe. It goes a long way. But as always, a super big thank you and a hug to my channel members who go above and beyond and choose to support me financially, and it's incredible. So I love you guys so much. That's it for me. Take care. I will see you in a future episode of something. Peace.